It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll see Chris Olave. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Ravens and the Falcons on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Micah Parsons. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Prescott from the gun. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Third and 19. Prescott to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action now. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands. And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender. So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready. And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Prescott now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston. In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott. This is going to be incomplete. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours and camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Ravens at 13-2 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the gun, they go with Armstead. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain of 31 on third down. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Looking to throw, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, it's Prescott. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Prescott now from the 50. Again, it's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd down, Prescott. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Prescott on first down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey, kill!
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met it as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. There he goes left side. Room to run at the 50. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Micah Parsons. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another play.
And he's going to go down again. Now after the play, oh, man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken right around the 44.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Richardson off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go.
2nd and 7.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
Armstead running to the left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down.
Rig alert, rig alert. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Richardson.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there, laying himself out in the end zone. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Falcons now are going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he finds Howard complete.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Prescott yet again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out right at the 35.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's one play at a time, baby. Here we go. Set.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Broncos. Dragon 60.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started up at Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Breece Hall with a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Cleveland to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
On second down, Armstead.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Riggs.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
They'll take it into the end end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
3rd down and 10.
Prescott now. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Richardson to throw off play action. That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He connects with Hyatt.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Olave. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit. Really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard. That deficit probably a little too much to overcome. But completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, Pollard again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Prescott to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A second down throw for Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw. Prescott. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Prescott, throw left side, complete. That's Barber. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Richardson working from the gun. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Robinson on a give right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on him preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete there to Johnson. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The tackle by Elijah Casey. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heel.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Ravens extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took them 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Escapes the defender. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And here now come the Falcons. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. To the air again, Prescott. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra points. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line.
And bulldozing his way through.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to it.
Micah Parsons in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Robinson up the middle.
Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
113 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Thompson Robinson, quick throw out wide, it's caught. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Falcons offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 46-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes he just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One last shot now for Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Ravens, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.